Hi, my name is Tamara Thomas Hathaway, and one of my major concerns is that all of the mirrors are not working. Every stylist booth, the mirror should be working, and our lighting should be proper.
I've been here for 2 semesters and I have not seen anything being fixed
And another major concern is the ventilation system, because we are doing nails and we are doing hair all day, so they are releasing chemicals and toxins into the air.
They don't have very much money.
Hello, my name is Chanel Brown, and I would like for our mirrors to be cleaned, our sinks to be unclogged, and more chairs and supplies for the students.
I don't appreciate our floors being all dirty and nasty. When we have customers coming up in here, like we don't clean up behind ourselves. And yeah.
My name is Damaris. I am currently a junior in cosmetology. We do have several complaints in a lot of clients. Like sometimes they tell us why we don't have like a special place for them to sit and not be all crowded. It's really hard working when we often are bumping into one another because of our space is limited in our facility. We do have another classroom, but unfortunately sometimes we cannot use it due to the fact that some of the equipment in there don't even work. Like we have broken chairs, tables that fall off, our manicure tables are not really that stable. So accidents happen frequently in our facility because our equipment, it's old. Sadly, it's old, and that's what us as cosmetologists are like trying to work with. So we would really appreciate it to, get more like renovations in it. Our mirrors hardly work. Sometimes they sound really awful as they go up. So, we can tell by that our like facility hasn't been really, renovated in a couple years. So, yeah.
So when you say the mirrors don't work,
Some of the mirrors don't even go up. So some students are not even can't even look what they're doing to their mannequin from their mirror because they don't go up. We have a lot of broken mirrors in the freshman side. So as freshmen, it's kind of really sad because it's like you're coming into the school to get your certificate, but it's like the place that you just like kind of you can say invested in to come to school. It's not really quality enough. So a lot of people just drop out. A lot of people, it doesn't feed their expectations of what they think because they were like, this school is really cheap. So, yeah. And then the thing is that a lot of them are just moving to more of like Paul Mitchell's and Avalon and stuff like that because of like the environment that Laney provides our department.
So what does Paul Mitchell have? Like, have you been there?
Yeah, I actually have been there. Their facility is really beautiful. It actually looks more like a salon, something that we don't have. Like, people do enjoy going more over there. My friend actually, she left from here to go over there because she felt like this wasn't the environment she wanted to learn in. And it's not about the instructors doing a bad job or anything. They do a phenomenal job. They teach us everything, but it's just the environment. It makes you feel like, you're going to end up working at a shitty shop. In other, terms, yeah. So when you have an environment that you're learning that's more like equipped, you have more stuff, you rely on stuff that actually work, you feel like I'm going to go somewhere here. You know what I mean? And not only that, but the customer, I feel like they leave here more happy, more relaxed than what they would if we keep them here. Because it's like, you can even tell, like I'm trying to talk and you just hear noises all over. And and we do have elderly clients too that come, and it's like sometimes it's hard to hear them, and there's just so much going on in here. So.
I'm here to speak to you from the freshman side of the cosmetology department. My name is Renee Williams. The first impression that we got as new students was that this facility is old and breaking down. We're told to keep our stations clean. However, they are so already coming off everything. The what are these? Oh, I forget what they are, but they need refacing. They need to be plastered back down. Not the tiles, but the border. What is that? Yeah. And it may even be a health hazard because I'm sure there's lead paint on these walls because years ago that's what they used. Also, just the ventilation back here for when we do chemicals is just non-existent, and also up here for them, which I'll be a junior in the fall, doing patrons. I wouldn't want patrons to come in here and see this floor at all. This floor is this is just terrible. Also, I think I heard her mentioning one of the seniors, the products that we use. The products have to be, they're not going to be top of the line, I understand that, but they need to be in the medium range, because the better the products, the better the outcome of the patrons here as well. Even for our mannequins, it'll preserve the things that we need to do, because we need to be here for 3 semesters. That's a year and a half. We need to be comfortable. We need to be able to feel as though we're in an environment of the workplace, which we'll be in, because we'll be in a beauty salon when we finish working, most of us.
So how do we get better quality products? Is that with the school budget? We need a bigger budget, or how do we do that?
I think we get, because we do hair, we do utilize that monies. But yeah, if we could have more money to get the things that we need in order to do the patrons, especially the clients.
Do you have like a cost estimate, or what it would cost to service it?
No, I haven't done that yet. I'm still a freshman, so I haven't spoken to any juniors or seniors to see what type of volume we have as far as the patrons. But I will do a summer class for 6 weeks that will allow me to do patrons, and then I'll know. I'll have an estimate before fall.
That'd be important to know, because how many people do we actually serve here?
Right.
This is an asset. It should be way more.
Absolutely. I mean, the building is falling apart, literally, and that's a hazard in itself. All the other things I think are small Band-Aid fixes, but the big deal is the condition of our building. We didn't have water for almost a month, and that took away from us doing.
Why did we have water?
I'm not sure. The hot water wasn't working. Maybe the hot water heater broke. I don't know the particulars. Now we have scalding hot water, which is good. However, our pipe system is probably clogged with hair, so it needs to be treated at least, I don't know, once a month or once, however often the plumbing people know how to do it, with something that can dissolve hair. Hair is very resistant and can clog drains. And it just needs to be treated, period, because we're dealing with putting water on people's bodies, their face or their head. And that could be a health hazard, if the water isn't good water. I don't think the water's bad, but the pipes are definitely not in working order. Constantly clogging. And it's just from years of built up hair. It just is.
So would a plumber fix that, or you think it's a special job?
It may be a special job. However, they should have someone in the facility. The cafeteria's water wasn't working for a while, and we couldn't eat lunch. So they should have specific people that take care of just that. Maybe not that are on their employment roster all the time, but that are specialists in that area. And that's just for our own safety, for our plumbing, for us to use the restroom. We can't, we can't go without using the restroom while we're at school. So that's a whole nother, because our water wasn't working, the cafeteria's water wasn't working, the bistro's water was working, but the bistro is new. You can tell it's an addition or refaced part of the school. Beautiful paint, beautiful floors, new plumbing, new this, new that. And it generates money as well. So do we. Anyway, that's just about it for now. But I will get back to you about the cost, what it's costing us to take care of the customers, the clients.
Who would know that right now? Would Miss Thomas know that?
She might know that. Yeah, she might have an idea of that. Yeah, because she's usually here when we take clients. Yeah.
So I can share that with the chancellor.
Okay.
It's very okay. So, especially like it's not working here.
Okay.
Then sometimes we don't have the hot water. Then even okay, I have a question because I'm especially international student, but I pay $5,000 for one semester, unlike you guys. So usually we pay for sometimes very expensive our beauty stuff. I don't want to pay for that, because I already pay for 5,000, almost $4,500. Because one unit we pay $300. You know that. Yeah. So I hopefully when international student be here, so hopefully they don't charge for international student. Like using the product, to operate, to something mannequin hair, chemical street. Yeah, that's my hope. Yeah.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah, I pay a lot of money.
So we need to figure out where that money's going so we can try to figure out subsidized
Yeah,
programs.
sure. Because I know usually in beauty in the cosmetology class there's no the international people a lot, but a few people still here. So they pay a lot, but they don't take the benefit anything here from here.
Okay. I'm gonna tell them.
Yeah, sure. Please tell them.
And what's your name?
So hey.
And you're graduating.
Yeah, but I'm gonna taking the one more semester class for the AA degree.
Awesome.
Yeah.
What are you gonna get a degree in?
Okay, so on the average in the morning, the clients get here at 10 a.m. and we have approximately 5 to 10 clients a day. That's Wednesday through Friday. I forgot about Saturday. Saturdays they probably have a little bit more. Okay, and I am an alumni here. I graduated in 1996, and when I was a cosmetology student here, we had more clients than we have now. We had a lot of them, and I'd like to see that happen again in the future. A lot of people don't know that there's a cosmetology school here, and students are willing to do their hair.
So okay, my point is the internet. So for international student, they pay more than here, more than the residence per the student. So my point is, maybe when I should pay for the expensive product, I don't want international student to pay for some product here to our operation. You know what I mean? So sometimes we do like chemical stuff or hair color stuff. So sometimes we should pay for the bleach or the permanent waving, palm. But I don't really want to pay because I already pay for almost $5,000 for one semester, right? So, I hope they make the rule, about the international student. Yeah, you know what I mean. Can you understand what I'm talking about? Okay, because I don't speak English well, so.
Do you know the total cost of that in the school year?
So usually you can ask them, but usually one unit $290 for you.
For the supplies you were saying?
Materials? What do you mean, the surprise?
The supplies.
I don't know the price exactly, but sometimes when I'm taking the summer class, when I do like bleach or chemical service, the 2 scoop for the bleach is $2. What's that, right?
$4 for 2 scoops.
Oh, $4 for 2 scoop. So I'm kind of mad at because I'm taking even summer class, 2 unit or 3 unit, I paid $1,000. Because 1 unit, almost $300. You know what I mean? So I'm kind of argue with one of the student here when I'm taking the summer class, but they don't understand what I'm talking, because they never get along with the international student. Yeah, the price is, as you said, very expensive,
For regular student, $1,000 a semester. For you, $5,000 a semester.
Yeah, then how can I should have.
They get less service than students who are here, and they pay more than the California residents.
Yeah, then I don't get an internship, in a and then I have question. I have a question too, because we need social security number, basically when I going to get a license, right? But there's no way to get the social security number to taking this cosmetology class from for international student. You know what I mean? So they should change a lot for lots of police or corporation, regulation for the international student. Because you know what? Maybe if they open to the more service for international student, they pay more actually, So they wanna come to study here, right? Maybe if you guys have more like the specific system. So actually this is good for school too, School can make the money more than, taking the other resistance student, because we pay more. So if you guys set up the system very like it's an international student taking benefit from the here, they can come to study here, then they can pay more, then they can make money too, Then we can take benefit to here too, So I can write down like social security number, there's no way.
That'll help.
Oh really? Do you understand? Okay.
Yeah, I do.
Traditionally, Laney College, before all the other colleges were started, was a school for technical vocation trades to teach people to learn different trades to get employed. And over the years, other campuses have been created, and they're a lot smaller than Laney College. The crazy thing about everything is Laney College has more students than faculty or staff than any other college. Because we have so many technical vocation programs at Laney College, we receive only 25% of all of the money that our students bring in. And all the other colleges that have less students get the same amount of money, and they have less students per faculty and staff at the other campuses. So when we have students come from overseas because we're an academic cosmetology program, they could pay for a private program, but they don't get the academic credit that their country is allowing them to use to be in the country. So with Laney College, we accept a lot of students who bring in over $20,000 in 2 years' time to Laney College, but that money's parceled out to the other campuses. So, for example, Peralta Community College District has 4 colleges. The government or the state of California will have a $100 bill, for example. They will give it to Peralta, and then they will split that $100 bill into $25 per campus. So here at Laney, we have too many students, not enough resources, but all the other colleges are gladly taking our money for less work to the students. Whereas here at Laney, we have more students, and we're worked a little harder. And we know what we're doing. We're bringing the money into the other campuses, but the other campuses seem to complain about their academic programs when it's been vocation that's been funding a lot of their programs.
Where can we find the data on that?
You can talk to the treasurer at the board and ask him how the money's parceled out when we receive it. The treasurer, yeah.
At the board of trustees?
At the board of trustees know how the money's cut between every campus. So like if you have, let's say you have 4 schools and you have one school that's overpopulated and students aren't being served, people are dropping out, but then the other schools that have less students, those students are succeeding because they have enough staff to take care of students and whatnot. Is here we're always overload. It's like one after another, one after another. Yeah. So yeah, for example, the cosmetology program has 200 students at any given time, any semester. You will not.
Enrolled or is that under?
That's exact enrollment. That's what we take on an average. Yeah.
So some people actually don't get a chance to get in because it's too full. Or?
We're one of the most popular programs at Peralta.
So where would I find that kind of information? Is that on our campus, like enrollment and as far as like the finances?
I think you would need to check with the people who do the students, like who said
Student services?
Student services maybe. They would have a greater idea of.
Have you been here for more than 5 years?
Mm-hmm.
Because I sent an email last Tuesday about how these concerns came up. And the Vice Chancellor said that 5 years ago, Measure A funds were used to actually upgrade this facility. Can you recall any recent renovations?
None whatsoever in our department, and I've been turning in work orders for about 5 years that have not been seen to, that reflect in health and safety issues to the public and our students.
Really? Okay. Where can I find? Are those online, you think? Or
The dean has a list from the students of their complaints.
is that Dean Pumi?
Pumi Sayavam.
Okay.
And it's about our debilitating situation. We're stuck in 1970s salon stations that aren't working correctly for everybody.
How much would it cost just to get this whole place like an upgrade?
I'm not certain. We've always looked at different contractors and it's always different pricing. But I did find a company who has salon stations for about $150 a piece versus $950 a piece.
So you're saying the last 5 years there's been no updates?
All of the updates have been from my hands.
Your own hands?
Yes, I have moved a lot of stuff out of this department that did not belong here, like the business department put in a vending machine in here, and the intention was to give us a cut of the profit.
It never came?
It never came, and they kept taking all the money, and we kept having to give money out of our register for all the Cokes that didn't dispense. And so we had.
Who did you work with to get that set up?
I worked with myself and the department chair, Miss Thomas. She didn't want it there, and it was a disservice to the students at Sugar.
You removed it?
Yeah, we had it removed from the property. I actually closed up the machine because I was tired of giving away our money that we made for salon service. And that should have been a business function. And at the end of every month,
never had that revenue?
we never got revenue from the business office. Huh?
Did you get that in writing that that would be a shared revenue?
It's a shared revenue, and I have proof. And
Can you forward me the proof?
I can take pictures and show you the proof. It would actually come from Culinary, but the business office is the one who managed the contract. But
When was that?
we had the machine removed about a year ago, but it took me a few years to find out what contract was
You
what.
never got any revenue for those few years? Wow. Okay, so
Well, even when I was a student in 2009, that was the last time we saw revenue. So I feel like people have been shortchanging our program to fund their programs. And we have the most students in our program here that are here 17 units per semester, which is more than full time. We are here on the last day of school, nobody else is. We are here on the very last day of school in the evening. No one else is. We're the only program that goes strong. All the other ones kind of cut out early, or they don't have enough hours, or they don't have a goal. They have a certificate here, but here in our program you have to absolutely get 1,600 hours to go get your license. So everybody who steps through our door the first day is here for 1,600 hours, whereas everybody else in every other program is only here for 2 semesters. So we actually are generating revenue every semester continuously.
I'm going to go look into that.
Yeah, so if we have international students coming in, I prefer to help them as best I can because they're the ones paying $5,000 out of pocket just to be here for one semester. The student who's on CARE EOPS and has all these other services, they're only paying like $900, and they're not, and the Board of Governors is paying that. So our international students are being disserviced by not.
Have you reached out to the international office, like Drew?
Uh-huh. I actually talked to them so we could get more students going to the board because they do have a situation with their social security numbers.
Oh yeah, they're trying to get that.
Well, there's a certain way to do it, and I work with them whenever we have a student who needs to get a license before they have to leave the country.
You good?
I think every instructor and staff in cosmetology deserves a raise greater than any other department. Just for the fact that we do service clients, we are hands-on service to people. We are not just making products, sitting them out on the shelf for people to buy without knowing who's doing it. We know what's in our stuff. We do our best to cater to the client, individual needs, whereas other places don't cater to individual needs as we do.
That's deep. Okay, so
We have people leaving here feeling great about themselves who didn't feel great when they walked in. Other departments, you could go to culinary, eat a bad muffin, your whole day's ruined. That's not our idea here. We want to make everybody look good, feel good when they leave. Yeah, but also we would like a facility to reflect our students' newer attitudes of going into the business.
Some of the students mentioned Paul Mitchell, like as a comparison. Would you say there's like a huge difference in the facilities there?
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, it's private. They whenever the state board creates a new law, the private schools will go out of their way, drop the money real quick to be in compliance, whereas we're always out of compliance or we're months behind in compliance. Or engineers don't do their work correctly and we still have broken pipes, water that's not working, drains that are backing up when the students need to do their work. And I turn in the work orders to district and the business office, but it seems like nothing happens because I do it all the time like clockwork. And when school starts and the water's backing up and the pipes are breaking, I've already done my job, but how does that reflect on me when I've already done my job? How does that reflect on to Laney, Peralta? They're not doing anything, and they have engineers who walk by, tap it, say, oh, it's all right, and they walk away, and they say they completed the job when I have to fix it when they walk away.
That's a big problem.
Yeah. Like, for example, I have a sink here in the lab that's supposed to supply all 100 students in the daytime and 100 students at night. But how can I do that when they say they fix a sink, but they only tie a wire to support it, but they didn't actually fasten any piping?
So that's like a little rig 'em up.
And I don't appreciate that's not in compliance. And these engineers are getting paid $60-something bucks an hour, and I'm not getting paid a third of that to do their jobs.
I'm gonna take some pictures of all these things that you just mentioned.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, you don't want to go to a dilapidated school. We are dilapidating. We're basically a two-door Mercedes convertible with the exterior going bad and everything else going bad inside of it. And California wants us to be up to par, and we're not able to because nobody wants to invest in our car. And this car has been pushing itself really hard ever since day one.
Yeah.
We have a great department here. It's just compliance has gone beyond.
Really, is there a compliance report that I could?
Not a compliance report. We are under the Board of Barbering, rules of barbering. What is it? Cosmetology rules and regulations of board and barbering, and we have to be compliant with every page in that book, and we are not.
So is there an agency that comes to like?
Yes, yeah, the Board of Barbering Department of Consumer Affairs can come through and fine us through our freaking noses.
And we don't want that.
We don't want that because guess who has to pay for it?
Laney.
Yes.
So now we got to tell them that they need to do this.
I send them in work orders citing the fines that we are up against. Every time I have to send them something.
Did the work order say cosmetology department?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
B100.
B100, okay.
This one's been breaking so many times that when engineering came through, they had this. I'll show you how they had it. They said it was fixed when they did that and left it there. And I can't even work with this, so I just moved the crate out of the way because if it's going to break, it's going to break a third time without proper repair.
Oh, you know what? Let me, because I forgot about this. This is Tamara Thomas Hathaway again, and I gave myself a facial and actually came to this sink, which you will see pictures of, and the water came out literally brown onto my face. I was highly devastated and irritated. I had just had a facial, so my face was open and pores were clean, so I kind of had a hissy fit about that. And the incident kind of occurred when we were complaining about not having the hot water for probably, I want to say, about a week or so. So it's something going on with the pipes, the hot water, and the actual sink. That's it.
What else did you want to add?
The bathrooms. The bathrooms are really disgusting. We have clients coming in wanting to use the bathroom, and we feel ashamed because there's always a little puddle right there, and if we don't know what it is, if it's water or what it is, and we kind of feel disgusting about that too. We don't even have enough whatever materials we need inside the lab as well. We barely have enough to cover the semester, or even the next semester we get just enough to survive us for each semester. We have to keep going to buy more. We bring in our own stuff, and this is a place where we need to learn and get all the things that we do need. So I believe, we need to get that cleaned up. We need to have our stations be clean. I believe that the stations here are way too small. I feel like we should get a station for the clients like we have there, but it's not like the professional way we need it either. We need something more professional to show that we're here, we're serious about what we want to learn, and just do what we have to do. Say something. I don't know, what's the water?
Oh, I guess we need more water, better water, and also we need pedicures, chairs, and also they need to we need better mirrors, and that's about it.
Oh, I have one more actually. And also the blow dryers for under the seat for the clients.
Yeah,
some of them are broken or they don't work anymore. Our chairs, even for here, for the stations, they don't really work sometimes, or they don't go up, they don't go down, they just stay where they are. And it's kind of really unprofessional, yeah.
So the current state of our cosmetology department is a huge embarrassment to the school. We have health hazards such as the electric panel, which is sparking, and we have, a few weeks ago, we had contaminated water, and that's not safe for the clients at all. And if our clients are in danger, not only us, then there may not be a cosmetology department in the future.
She's right though, because she's saying what's happening, because at the same time, State Board can find out pretty soon. Yeah. And if State Board finds out, we'll be shut down. And there's no more cosmetology here at Laney.
Or clients will probably just stop coming. We'll probably have no more clients if clients start coming.
We need to get all this stuff clean, fixed, everything. We need every little detail that we said we needed to be fixed right away before the State Board finds out and we get in trouble for it and get shut down.
We have a client here. What's your perspective?
Well, this is my first time here, but I like it so far. They're doing a good job, so yeah. But the mirror don't work. I did notice that though.
I think the students is good, but the mirror at my station don't work, so that's not good.
We also need bigger lockers too. We don't have enough lockers because they're not big enough for us to put all of our stuff in. Yeah.
As far as the cosmetology department, it would be nice if we had more supplies. Like, we run out of supplies a lot, like as far as hair color and things like that. So it'd be nice to have more supplies and hot water constantly instead of being out of it for 2 weeks and having to close down for clients. But beyond that, no, it's pretty good. I can't complain. It's a really good program, and I know funding is low, but I feel like some things can be, But other than that, yeah, no complaints. Thank you.
Some recommendations for the.
Kieran, let me come. She's better.
I'm from student government. I'm just trying to document sort of you guys' experience, because some people have said that there's been some complaints, and so I want to make this into a report. Is there anything that? Okay.
Well, the spaces in here are too small for each other. We literally bump elbows. Sometimes we're left-handed, and I'm left-handed, and I bump always with my model. And then some of the mirrors don't work. We have to sometimes skip the stations to be able to work with the mirrors. The dryers, there's not enough. Sometimes they don't work, sometimes they work. The numbers are rubbed off, so we don't know if it's hot or not. And then it's broken inside, so not all of the mannequins fit in there. Those are the experiences I've had. Oh, the lockers.
Okay. Is there any recommendations that you have as far as?
I think fixing the stations would be.
Really putting some into the stations. Okay. So are you a freshman?
Yeah, I'm a freshman.
Have you seen any clients yet?
No.
Okay, so you do that next year.
Yeah, and I'm sure I'll be seeing more difficulties then, since right now we're already kind of struggling, and then on top of that we have to work with real persons.
Yeah.
So.
Have you ever done that before?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. But the quality of the program is.
It's good, but
industry standard.
Yeah, I think it would be better if we had a better place to put all of our stuff and be able to work with more freedom. Yeah.
Like that. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for sharing.
You're welcome.